In this quick reference guide, I'm going to show you how to move a candidate through the candidate selection workflow process. So one of the first things you need to do is make sure you've got your latest CSW either open or hanging up in a place that you can see. So I'm opening up my candidate selection workflow right now. Here it is, it's my yellow brick road. And I'll make sure that I've got the right country, whether it's the US professional, US campus, or use the global master. So for this exercise, I'm going to use the global master. So one of the first things you'll notice is that the candidate, the first step and status that they're going to be in is going to be source and new, which is right there. So now I'm going to go back into Taleo. And open up a requisition with a candidate. Let me just make sure I choose the right one. Okay, so you can see here it coincides with source and new, just like in the yellow brick road. So now if I want to move this candidate forward to the next step, to the next status within the step, that's going to be meets level 1 qualifications. So I can go to more actions, change step status, and then meets level 1 qualifications right there. And I can say I reviewed the resume. And then I can click Save and Close. So you can see now their status has gone from source new to meets level 1 qualifications. So now we can review our yellow brick road, and the next status and the next mandatory step in status for this candidate is going to be recruiter interview to be interviewed by recruiter. So we can move that forward. We can click on more actions, change step status, and you can see now that you have the option to move this down to recruiter interview and to be interviewed by recruiter. And I can just add notes as necessary. Save and close. Now you can see here the step is changed from recruiter interview, and the status is now changed to be interviewed by recruiter. Let's then move them down to advanced manager review. More actions, change step status, advanced manager review. So you can keep moving forward, and I'll take you all the way down to the offer step. So now that we've gone to advanced manager review, we can now go to the present step where we're presenting this candidate to the hiring manager. So it's present and then to be reviewed. You can see that you're already at the present step, so you can leave it at that, and you're already at the to be reviewed status. So you just need to leave it and just do save and close. And now we want to go to advanced to interview. Make sure you click the box right there. More actions, change step status, advance to interview right there. Yep, advanced to interview, and save and close. So this advanced to interview means that the hiring manager has already reviewed. We're assuming the hiring manager has already reviewed the resume and has agreed to interview. So we can just make that note. Okay, so now we're past the present step and we're now in the interview steps. Okay, and you can see interviews can be either be phone interviews, on-site interviews, or video interviews. Change step status. First interview, let's say that that's a phone interview. And you can click Save and Close. Okay, so that's the first interview completed. Let's assume that there's now a second interview. You can say Change Step Status again. Just make sure you first click on that box, More Actions, Change Step Status. So in order to move to the second interview, we need to make sure we click on this Advance to Next Interview. Save and Close. And now we can go to the second interview. You see it's second interview there. Let's take a look and see what choices we have for second interview. We have phone or on-site. Let's say the on-site interview got completed. Save and close. So you can see the status has changed to now second interview. So now, if we go back to our workflow, here's second interview. The on-site interview has been completed. We can now say advance to selection. Okay. Change step status. Advance to selection right there. And click Save and Close. Okay, so now that we are in the selection process of the recruiting, we can now just go right into these pre-offer and offer negotiations. Okay, so let's go to pre-offer. See, we don't need it to do a third interview, nor do we need to do additional interviews. We can just go right to pre-offer verifications to be verified. Click Save and Close. So we're here right now, pre-offer verifications to be verified. We're right there. And now pre-offer verifications initiated, completed, and advanced offer negotiation. So we're going to go through all those three steps. Initiated. You can do a save and continue if your steps are consecutive. Continue in process, you'll see pre-offer verifications completed, and the candidate can either continue in process or can say you did not pass. So for this step, let's say they're continuing in the process, to save and continue. And now we're going to advance to the offer negotiation, which is essentially the verbal offer negotiation. So for this quick reference guide, we're going to stop right here. And we'll create another module for the offer steps.